Well, hello, how are you people? In 2 weeks, I'm sorry. My name's Keith Brooks, and I am one of the founding partners of Sloped.io. Thank you for joining me on this recording. It's no longer live streaming. I know my signs say live streaming, but those are a lie for me right now. Sorry. Sloped is a platform providing freelancers who are certified, tested and certified in Sketchup and Layout, and we provide those freelancers to businesses with employment needs. And we are also more than that in some respects. We're trying to help businesses who are on the fringe of SketchUp. Maybe you're not using Layout yet. Maybe you like SketchUp and Layout, but you haven't even onboarded. Or maybe you don't have a template and you need help with a template. Maybe you need a better system just overall so you can bring freelancers into your workflow. We're here to help. Whatever we can do to help. We can provide freelancers to help build templates. We can train. We can just do consulting to, in general, familiarize you with the really profound way SketchUp and Layout can benefit your business. SketchUp and Layout, I would say, isn't for everybody, but we believe it's for a lot of people who aren't using it yet. It is the cheapest professional tool on the market right now, and you can produce solid, more than professional drafted construction documents for any project in the architectural space, barring the large BIM level projects. SketchUp and Layout doesn't yet natively do BIM, probably never will, but there are, for those of you who want to get into BIM, there are certainly some really profound plugins on the market right now for SketchUp. John Brock's work in this area is really profound, and there's some other people doing that as well. But we're here just to really grab the attention of the 1 to 5 person design firm, be that architecture, landscape, interior design. If you're a stage design company or exhibits or millwork and cabinets, woodworker, whatever it may be. If you're a small shop and you just need that bit of help from somebody who professionally can step in real quick and help you develop models and drawings, we are here as that service. So go check us out on Slope.io, and we'd love to talk to you. With that, I'm going to jump into my show. This is one thing I do every stream, and I haven't streamed for 2 weeks now or published anything. So I'm picking up from 2 weeks ago. This is a forum post that came up in the SketchUp forums last week, I believe. I was really intrigued by it because this is a problem that I see, and this time I want to do something a little different because there's not a ready solution for this, and I wanted to explore it so people understand what this user Cogent Design is trying to find a solution for. So he says, when I add a leader, arrow pointing left is aligned top line of text, and text drops downward when I hit return. This is good. I'm going to show what this looks like in a second. When I point to the right, the leader underlines the bottom line of text, and then every hit of enter pushes the text upwards. This is not good. How do I make it both directions the same? Now, what they're referring to is the leader line here, if you can follow my mouse button, is attached to the upper left part. The upper left character, I might say, is more accurate. And on the right, the leader line is connected to the very last character, irregardless of any kind of box around the text. And there's ways to fix that, but we're going to jump into Layout real quick and explore what this looks like. And I'm just going to jump into my template here. And we're going to use this and create a quick text box. And I have leader lines shortcut, keyboard shortcut as Shift T. So for those who are wondering, and we're going to take a leader line like this. And so this is the left leader line. And I'm going to say, do it with all caps. This, ooh, that's really not great. I'm going to fix this first. Get this, I'm going to have to do font, show fonts. And we got the color right. This is right. But we're going to take it up to medium. And we're going to go to 7. And it's gray, so I'm going to make it a little bit darker so now we can see. Okay, so this wall cabinet is above the floor, but below the ceiling. It's kind of fun. Now it's, you can see we got the point, got the arrow. And if I change the size of the text box, there's some interesting things that start to happen. I'm going to back this up. And how do you make sense of all these little things? We're going to come in. Yeah, see, I don't even know how to, this is how complicated this can be here. In my past, I've just had to hit return, which is somewhat weird. If I hit this one, and now notice that it automatically, once you get out, it automatically puts this over here. But if you grab the text box and you put anchor or align at right, then you're aligning the text to the right, and now we have a nice even text. The particular user's question, though, is this. Watch what happens when we move over to this side. Let's get it in the right location. It's in a school. We're gonna have a, we're gonna do, I'm just gonna type it out and we'll eyedropper this one. This is another text box about this wall cabinet being above the floor. Okay, now we've hit that. We're gonna hit this one and do this and then do that. You notice what I just did though? It copied the right justification. So we've picked this, we'll go back over here, hit a line and go back to the left. Okay, so why the difference? Now, you can see that it's aligned to the top line, upper left character. This one's aligned to the bottom rightmost character instead of the top here, which is this user's issue. They don't like that it's below. And there's another Paul McClanahan, McCallanan. Sorry, Paul, I butchered your name, but Paul posts a lot. And he's pointing out where he thinks the anchor points are and doesn't understand why we can't have the anchor points at any one of these green spots, which would be great. And I have some responses in here to that, but then we have M. Mason. I think it is standard to have multi-line leaders justify that way. And this is his understanding. At least I remember a CAD tech teaching me something like that a long time ago. But agree there should be more flexibility. And then he has another example. If you're pointing the arrow to the right, you could justify the text to the right side to eliminate the long leader, which is a good answer, which is the one that we found. Right, and the original poster says, yes, I can justify. Is there a way to set this permanently? And the text still jumps up when you hit enter to create multiple lines of text, which to me is the issue. As far as setting setting text to look a particular way so you can repeat it. This is if you want to figure that out. So I've got this one set the way I want to. If I eyedropper that one, I use the paint bucket, and my next choice is to go to this tool. Then from then on, in this file, this is going to default to this. All the time. And if I try and draw it over here, I'm going to get the same problem. See, now it'll be there. But if I eyedropper this one, and then I do this, and then I do this again, and I come over here and I type, I do that. Watch what happens. See, now it's fixed. And every time you open your file now, if you save and you open the file up again, this will be where it's set. So then how do you go back and forth and back and forth? The best thing I've seen is to set up a scrapbook and have this one in the scrapbook and this one in the scrapbook. And then you do all of your left side ones, you eyedropper the left one, and you go grab them all, and then you bucket all of them, and they go poop, and they're done. Or you can do it first before you write any of them. And then you write all your right side ones, and you eyedropper the scrapbook with the right orientation, and then you paint bucket all of them. And then they're all set accurately. That still doesn't solve the issue that the OP in that forum post is asking. Why is it anchored here on the right and anchored here on the left? Why isn't there an option here in this box to change where the anchor is? Edit label. Is that? Isn't that interesting that you don't get to control the anchor point is set. If what happens if you do that here? Edit label, the anchor point. Get the anchor points there, and you can only change the text box in the down to the right orientation. You can't go up into the. Oh, maybe can I do? Nope, you can't. So this is definitely coded this way on purpose. And I could see where this would be it's frustrating because I've come across it. Because and here's another thing that happens. Let's say I want to copy this. Let's get rid of this one. If I want to copy and paste this to the other side, my natural progression, okay, I hit option, I get a copy of it because I want it on this side as well. Or I just want to copy and change the text and have a different type of note. So, doesn't look like I succeeded here. There we go. So let's say I want it to be right there. And now in my mind, my SketchUp brain is telling me I should be able to do this and then just drag this. But look what happened to it. It automatically reversed it. This is hard-coded behavior. And so mirroring doesn't work because if you take, let me do it the other way. Okay, I've got this. I could mirror this, flip along, left to right. That sounds good. But oh my goodness, look what it did. It's still anchored to the top, which is crazy to me. This is where this is weird, but it actually reverses the text, which is odd behavior. It's reversed the whole element, so it maintains the anchor point, but now you can't read the text, which is a really strange behavior. So now to kind of give some credence to this, where does Mason? So he remembers a CAD tech teaching me something like that a long time ago. So that's one. And then down further, let's see. Ooh, this is interesting right here, right? Just like a basic dialogue box of how you want them basically set up. And I don't know where he got this because I don't think this exists in... Maybe this is an AutoCAD thing instead of in Layout. But here we have Mason again talking about his drafting mentor. So perhaps this is a drafting standard, which we're not entirely aware of. But in my mind, I don't understand why it works like that. I'm in agreement with the original poster. I don't want things to work like AutoCAD, perhaps like this, like he does, like that particular user does. Forgive me for assuming that you might be a him. But I would like to be able to have if you're able to edit a label, that in this you should be able to change the anchorage. You know, on this right side, I would like to have the anchor at the bottom instead at the top, or the other way around, depending on the side. So there you have it. That's a little exploration of this topic. I find it fascinating. I would love something like this to get fixed in a future version of Layout. If for no other reason, it gives each user more versatility in how their product, how they want their template to work, and how they want their workflow to work. Really, this is not a hard thing. It's just additional anchor points. A hard thing. What do I know about coding? But that seems like a really good feature, low value feature. Doesn't seem like it's a massive shift in layout performance or change in how its core functionality works. It's just adding a few alternate setups for the user. So yeah, that's that. So then next, we're going to get back to this little guy here. Been working on this for a little while. We're getting closer and closer to putting in appliances. I've worked on a few appliances the last couple of weeks. Let's see, I've got, I think, stoves. Yeah, I don't know if my ovens are done yet or anything like that, but we're gonna check it out. And what do I want to do? I want to get rid of some of the structural here. So here's this. I think I'm gonna paint these right now. This is a group bucket, and we're gonna go with iron. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I already have these in here. Which is great. And we're just going to spend some time. Let's go 0.5 and 0.5. So there's an inch of separation, and I'm sure that everybody's screaming out, why would you put an inch between those two? You can't clean that mess, which is true. Maybe we shouldn't put those. Maybe it might be fun. Say, let's say I want to do 8. Okay, and we're going to do something nutty here. I'm going to do a 1, 2, 0.5, and let's do 0.5. Back 3 inches. I'm gonna go 2 inches. And this is 20, so let's go 22. We'll go 23. Now you're gonna say, what in the world are you getting ready to do, Mr. Brooks? And go down 0.25. And this is simply because we can. We are gonna do and I'm gonna say this is gonna be a 1 inch. Make a group out of it, and we're gonna go down 0.25, so it's set in there. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of a tiny bit of a chamfer here. Then we're gonna do this. Whoa, what just happened? Cutting board, right? I don't know if I like it. that good? I don't know. Three inches back. That might be okay. I think I want to do you'll understand for a second. I think I want to put a sink in here. And 24 inches. Balance that way. It's 16. Yeah, I got a fun idea. Delete this. Okay, so I'm gonna look at what our specs say here. Let me bring up my document folder and go to projects, in-house designs, and okay, so here's the scope documents. Those are the, yep, here's the product. And this is, I want to say it's this one. Yeah, I was correct. So 23-inch opening in the countertop, 2.5 inch from the front, 2.5 inches from the back. Minimum, that's the power. Doesn't give a just got to be 23 inches for the opening. So it's got 5/16 of overhang. 8. Oh, that's 3/4. So oh yeah, 'cause you got to have a 16th to get it in. Okay, so we come back here, and that means that we are 0.375 from there. Just this way. 0.375 from there. That should be, ooh, it's not accurate. Interesting. I wonder if this is accurate. It's not. Didn't even model their thing correctly. Wow. Crazy. So how about if we'll try this a different way. We'll go to the center point and we'll go 11.5. And that'll be our opening. And then we need to look at the other one too. This one's the same, but it's got a bigger box, 7/8 gap, 22 1/8 total. Okay, so what do we got here? Yikes, that's ugly. Is this one accurate? This one is not accurate as well. $23 5/8, 625. Is that what we were? Oh, it's pretty darn close. Okay. .875 for 7/8. And there. Okay, so we've got our stove. $39. What is this generally? 15. think I'm gonna leave it like that. That's fine by me. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back here 4 inches.3 inches, and make ourselves a little trash hole. Okay. And on that level, so we're gonna come in here again. I go 7/8 instead this time. I'm not gonna round the corners either. I'm just gonna do that. 5. The bucket. Go like that. And now we put a trash can underneath there. And what we may do here is 1 inch, I think maybe 0.75. Actually, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to lift this up. Let's go 20 inches so I can see underneath it. And down 0.5. Yeah, that'll be plenty. I'm gonna put a little finger pull type thing here. Looks like that. But we're also gonna do an arc. Oop. Yeah, apple. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. And we don't have to go back much. Let's just go back 3/8. I don't think that worked correctly. 0.375. Here we go. And now when we drop this back down, you'll see that little edge. And maybe that's a dirt catcher. But here's the thing. If I go 0.0625 and I go 0.0625, now I can oh gosh, I forgot my 30 seconds. Did anybody know the 30 seconds for the decimal for 1/32? 0.0325. And then we'll bring this one back. 0.325. Okay, so now it's a little bit sloppy in there, which is good. We can pull it out, which is good. And so a person can cut on here, lift the board, pull it out, and then scrape the junk off in there into a trash can. Pretty sweet. So you don't have to stand there with a trash can open. Which means we're putting a trash can, a base cabinet in here, which means that I need to open my modeling library here. And we're going to use, not use face frame for this particular one. I'm going to go with this guy here. Change some of the things going on inside it. Need to do that. I need to do that. This is only one. Yeah, yeah. And what did we say this was? Let's say it's 18. And I believe this is the 36-inch 30-inch cabinet, so I need to remove 12. This is Kirk Stretch, everybody. Those who are wondering what crazy tool I've... Love Kirk Stretch, one of my favorite tools in the toolbox right now. And there's some good ones out there, but this one just, for me, it's the bee's knees, as they say. Where I'm from. 2 inches apart, so we're gonna go back 1. That's pretty close. May have to go down to a 16, so 2 inches, and then move it over 1. Okay. And then this one is gonna get, see, does everybody know what that V means? It means it's a pullout. Well, depending on who you're talking to, I'm not going to have those in there. We are going to keep that in there. We can get rid of these because those aren't going to matter anymore. Okay. Now, and length of this guy here, that's 23. And you're not going to get a microwave underneath it. Not going to get a double oven or an oven underneath it, so I mean you could, but we'd have to change our orientation. We could make this a 30-inch cabinet. Go like that. Get rid of the 24. And what would that do here? Is that a 30 as well? 33, which is doable. And then this one can be centered. I think I like that. And we can put a microwave under one of these, so all the cooking is right here. Cutting is here. Put a sink down at this end, because I'm going to put a sink here as well. There's a part of me that really would like to have an interesting thing, like platform here, but maybe that's just over the top. Let's go back to this thing. I'm just gonna go. What do we have? We have some frameless and some framed. I think I'm gonna do all framed on this one and frameless on that one. Would that look good? Or maybe put framed at this end and frameless in the center. Maybe I'll go that. Here. So that means this cabinet's underneath here. Oops, I keep doing that. I need to. For those of you who don't know how do I do that so fast, between two open instances of two model views, two different models. It's on, this is on the Mac. I don't know about the PC. On the Mac, it's Command tilde, the button to the left of the 1. Any open windows that are in this list here, you cycle through them, which is really great. You can go here and copy paste and then click back and then click back, and then your click back might be correct too. So yeah, I keep using the wrong one. There. That's going to leave a 33-inch cabinet there. It's not ideal if you're talking about a sink. And how would you do that? If you're, which do you prefer? All you people out there, what do are into interiors, and you know, I don't have a kitchen this size. Never had two islands, that's for sure. Do you do a 18-inch mini sink on one side, like a butler sink, and then a 36-inch on the other side? You put it in the center. Do you kind of wondering if you put the sinks to the side, dishwasher. See, I don't like that per se. It seems like the dishwasher should be here, sink here, and then you should have storage, which is kind of what I was thinking about here. So I like the idea of having drawers, dishwashers here, and drawers for all the main usable utensils and plates and cups and that kind of mess right there. and then sink. Becomes the cooking. Yeah, which means this has to have the fridges in it. Fridge and the freezer. And I know I did those, so let's take a look. Open up some of these guys here. I'm going to be hitting my time frame to be done today soon. I've got about 6 minutes or so before I have to shut down. Let's see here. In-house. And standalone. And specs. Oop, can't do that. Hey, this is I think I already did one of these. It's a 30-inch. Boy, I kind of want to open that for you all. Those of you who are into Minecraft, I'm going to show you something. This is a I'm not going to show off this too much, but for those that are interested in full room. Look at this thing. This is a Minecraft build. It's a representation of a item sorter in Minecraft, for those of you who are familiar with that. I was trying to make a, what do you call it? It was a instruction manual on how to build this, which was kind of fun. And you're into Minecraft, you know what all these things are, but it was fascinating to be able to take all these and create textures for all of the blocks in Minecraft and recreate it in Sketchup. And each of these is a component, and they all have names, and so it was a fascinating build. It really was. Did this a long time ago, but this is the interesting power. You can actually do Minecraft in SketchUp if you were into that kind of chaos. Anyway, I was just saw it. Gonna belabor that point. Trying to go in here. That, and we want to go to this one. And we're looking at the 30F. So this is a 30-inch version of the same unit, I believe. This is how we clean these up for modeling. And we don't want to save, but I do want to now open that. Let me see if I can get it in here. Import. And this is where I kind of think I do want to center that. My brain just cannot function without order. I struggle with it. So half of 33 is 16.5. So we're going to have this here and that over there. That might be a little bit better just to have that gap. Then we can put the microwave underneath that. And then we're going to do this. That line. Go 16.5 there. We're going to grab this one and go like that. I think this is a 30, if I remember correctly. We have a 36. I still go back to what to do with the sink. It just seems like this needs to be a giant sink on one side. Doesn't leave a lot of countertop. I'd prefer to have something small. Yeah, and that's the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. The buzzer says it all. I wanted to say thank you for joining me today. Be back next week to continue the saga of this kitchen. We're going to get to the drawings one day soon. Be back next week to continue that journey. If you have any thoughts on layout, if you have a need for SketchUp freelancers, if you want to talk with Sloped about how to help you, your business, your small business, your 1 to 2 man or women, studio, interior design, architecture, landscape, whatever it is that you're doing with SketchUp and Layout, if you need help to increase your workflow, get it set up so you can start to take advantage of this powerful piece of software, we would love to help you. Go visit us at slope.io, and until next week, my name's Keith Brooks. I'm one of the founders. Tomorrow we will have another one of our founders broadcasting live, Joanne Swisterski. She's an interior designer. She's going to continue some of her work in, I think it's a cabin that she's doing drawings for. Until next week, talk to you soon. I will talk to you soon. Yeah.